Basically, we're talking about a $300+ million pie every year that comes from the extra penny we all pay in Fulton County in sales tax. So you're talking about anyone coming downtown to events, buying things at Lenox Square Mall, whatever that local option sales tax, every penny collected extra in Fulton County adds up to over $300 million, $360 million a year. And every 10 years, there has to be this negotiation process between the county and the city how to divide up that money.
There's only one pot of money that's going to be generated over the next 10 years with this agreement. And the percentages, the agreement that is in place now was reached 10 years ago, and it was 14%, okay? And that 14% was based on the fact that they represented an area in Fulton, South Fulton, that was over 100,000 people. So they not only were supposed to provide county services to those 100,000 plus, they were supposed to provide municipal services, stormwater, road paving, police, fire, ambulance, and all of those things. So the only reason their percentage has dropped down to the 5% is because over 100,000 people didn't like the service they were getting from the county and incorporated.
And in order for this county to get that large of a share, so to go from 5% to upwards of a 600% increase, it will require, in order for us to generate the same amount of revenue, a charter amendment in our city to ask that we can go above the 15 mil, so increase our cap to increase our property taxes, right? And that is absolutely not something I want to do. I don't think we should be asking our residents or sharing with our residents we need to increase our millage rate so that the county can get more money to serve less people in a smaller area.
What I really want to gain is an understanding of what is the justification? What is the rationale for the county to need to want this huge increase in revenue that would come out of the cities and ultimately your pockets? Because so far, we have gotten just very nebulous, very loose ideas of potential things that they may want to spend the money on. But I think that the cities deserve and you deserve for us to know exactly what the deal is and why.
If loss goes away, if it goes away, we would have to almost double our millage rate, which is a double in our taxes to our residents. Our citizens formed the city of Milton for a reason, and that reason was not to double our millage rate.
We have 35 hotels in 11 square miles. Wow. So we are highly dependent on hotel motel tax revenue to the tune of about $1 million a month during good times. So we've experienced a lot of strife for the last couple of years as COVID has made its way through the world. And so to now turn around and look at the possibility of losing lost, that takes up about 10% of our general fund budget, is absolutely devastating. And it's not just devastating for the residents of College Park, because at the end of the day, if something goes wrong and you pick up the phone and you dial 911, you expect an answer and you expect a response. And that's what's at stake here.
Chairman Pitts told us in our negotiating session that if Fulton County gets so little money out of it, they might as well just let it go away. And what we're trying to do, and Mayor Holiday Ingram used not come out with dirty hands, we're saying, okay, you've got some needs, you've got Grady Hospital, you got a jail. What is the minimum amount that we can work that will get you involved so that you don't blow it up? So we know we're going to have to give something, but what we're trying to do is make sure we don't, in the process of giving something, we don't damage our ability to deliver the basic services that you require.
All 15 cities are in agreement, South, North, and the city of Atlanta. Think about that, unprecedented. That should tell you something. All 15 cities are in agreement. That is not an accident. That tells you how insane this is.
Now, I'll ask Ms. Hausman, has the county suffered with the 5%?
No, I wouldn't say the county has suffered with the 5%, but I do feel like there is a compromise that can be reached that will be okay for everyone. I'm very hopeful of that, but I think that we have to approach this in a way that how can everybody remain whole and meet the needs of the communities they serve.
We heard that loss is 2% of the county's budget. 2%. For the cities, you heard some cities say over 20, 40%. Like, that is a lot, right? So the county could say, instead of, it's not Commissioner Hausman, but what we've heard from the chairman, that this could go away. I mean, you could let 2% go away, or 2% could be so insignificant to you that you could show up and say, let the cities have what they need because we're good, right? And so.
So look, I helped create some of these cities, and we did it for a reason. And the problem was that Fulton was not listening at the time. We've got 15 cities, and we've municipalized 99.9% of this county to get government closest to the people. So we have your back, and here's my message to Fulton County. Either you work this out, or I'm going to work it out for you, and we're going to do it through the legislature.